you've sort of mentioned that now with this last ceremony that the mission has launched, and what is that to you?
I think it's ultimately a mission around consciousness, and it has been for a long time with the plants. The plants have a really interesting form of consciousness, and we modern humans believe that consciousness is all separated. And for the people that interact with these plants, there's this kind of continuous understanding in different forms of how people talk about it that, hey, it's all connected, right? And so people talk about these fields or these dimensions, or this interconnectedness between everything. And I think right now for the world needs more interconnectedness. So
Mm.
there's this polarity that's going on once again. There's these tremendous conflicts that are being created societally. I personally think that society is in a precarious place, and that humans are not understanding the power that they have over each other and the world itself, and that it's very important that we ascend into a higher level of consciousness, not only individually but also collectively as a species. And so to me, the mission is about how plants and plant medicines ultimately interact with us, and how we have a much more advanced relationship with them, how we advance our own understanding so that we can have a communication and a language that we can use to describe these experiences in a way that we can really understand each other, like how math allows us to all understand arithmetic or multiplication or something like that. We need to develop this language that's associated with these psychedelic experiences, these visionary experiences, and these also great expansions of consciousness. And I think that that's a differentiator that isn't highlighted enough, that there's a difference between expanding consciousness and just having a trip. And there's a difference between expanding consciousness and going and getting healing. And there's a difference between healing physical ailments and healing mental and emotional ailments. And there's a difference between healing mental illness and healing traumas that we've been through. And that as we learn how to talk about this in a more open way, and we also learn how to develop a language around this, that the mission for me really is about supporting our own individual and collective consciousness in an expansion that's positive for each individual that's part of it, and ultimately people in general. And I would love to think that it could have an impact that would be positive for the world beyond that of just humans, and that we would see us really embrace this relationship that we have with nature, become stewards of nature, really embrace the natural world and the technological. I don't see them as being separate. I think all the medicines ultimately came out of nature. So much of our technology is based on the architecture of nature. And I just love this idea of having all of this positivity from our technological advancements and our advanced civilizations. But I think they can just grow so much more. And so I think that one of the ways that this is going to happen is in this massive expanded creativity, massive expanded innovative mind that can come through plant medicines and psychedelic experiences. And I think as we gain this intention, the mission is to really bring intentionality to that, to transcend the thought and the categorization that these are drugs that are negative or have a negative impact on people, but rather that these are medicines that can be used responsibly, or these are ways to enhance consciousness that can be used responsibly, or techniques to enhance consciousness that can be also used responsibly, and that it can be actually very positive for society and very positive individually, but to understand that that comes with tremendous responsibility, and it comes with also a tremendous need to be able to understand each other as we start to explore this more. And so I think the mission is really about awakening consciousness and supporting everybody who's part of that mission as well.